Hey Watsons, it's Liam here at Hallbrook. As part of the Fall Golf Academy we're doing, I'm sending every parent a video of their kiddos swinging their golf club, obviously with my voice over it, kind of explaining to you what we're working on when we get them in the clinic. So anyway, here's a couple of swings of Kathleen. We're actually going to look at three swings, so I can kind of tell you what, got some befores and afters, tell you what we're working on. So, Kathleen's hitting the ball really well, despite what you see on this video, because she didn't hit it very good here on the video. She's been hitting the ball pretty darn good this fall, and just too erratic. So she swings the club on great path, great plane, all that stuff. Grip is good, setup is good. I'll rewind it. That's just really good setup right there. That is perfect. We work a lot on making sure that they hit balls with a board or 2x4 next to them, so that their feet, knees, hips, shoulders, all that stuff are parallel to what we're doing. She's got a good grip. Posture-wise, just great. I think next spring she'll probably be tall enough where we need to get her some new golf clubs. I think she'll grow out of these again. She just grows pretty fast. So, anyway, to some of the issues. If you look at her swing right here, watch her club head. It's up here, and now it's back over by the shoulder. And I don't mind length in a junior golfer's swing. It's a matter of how they get the length in their swing. Kids are more flexible than adults are, so sometimes as they turn, it can turn more that we see a longer golf swing. Kathleen, though, when she gets long because she gets very wristy with it. She gets wristy with it in the backswing. It's almost like the club will almost fall out of her hands at the top of the backswing, kind of flop down to her back. And then therefore, when she's kind of wristy there, she returns to impact, and she's wristy at impact, wristy in the follow-through. And so when she does that, it's hard to control the club. So she has a lot of good shots in front of me, but one's right, one's left, one's straight, one right, one left, one straight, one top, one good, one top, one good. So there's just that level of inconsistency there. And, the interesting thing about this swing is that pretty solely what me and Kathleen have been working on is not using your wrist so much and not being what we call so loosey-goosey with her swing. If you ask her, she can tell you that. But yet this was about halfway through a day, and Kathleen had just kind of lost her focus and wasn't working on it. She wasn't trying that hard. So she gets a little steep coming down. But then again, watch it impact right here. Here's impact, not a very good impact, mind you. And then the club again, flip by her. So you still see her hands, but the club has already gone past her. Flip, that's too much hand activity in the moment of impact. It makes it too hard to coordinate unless you play golf every single day. Too hard to coordinate. Again, same swing here, not the same swing, but next swing after. I just videotaped without telling her what to focus on what we're working on. And you see the club in good position here, and then kind of almost just fall out of her hands right there. So she gets a little long. She comes down. You see how quickly the right hand turns over the left hand. Okay, a little too risky the moment to hit it. Look, if you can see her there, her face is dead shut. So if she had hit that ball, she would have hit it well to the left. Well, she does hit a good percentage of her shots well to the left. So I think this is the swing here now that, yeah, it is, that I told her to be, and what I do a lot with her, so, all right, I don't want you to use your wrist at all. I want zero wrist hinge in your golf swing. So we're just going to kind of take a one lever, almost like a long-looking putting stroke. And the interesting thing about this swing here is I told her that. I said, let's refocus. Let's work on, no wrist. And if you look at this swing, when I express to her what I want her to almost overdo, she actually does it pretty darn good. Look at that wrist hinge. That's much better. That's more what I'm looking for. She still used too much wrist coming through on this one. If you look right there, her face is 90 degrees shut right there. Now that's got to be somewhat of the club has to slip out of her hand a little bit to be that shut. But again, too much wrist there. I'm looking for more extension, not so much right hand over left when she hits it. I think we did it again here. I think we got a little bit better look. This is more, I think, of what I try to get Kathleen to do. But the interesting thing about the last one is even when I tell her to use no wrist, she still uses wrist. And so that's, even partly hinged right there. I try to get her to turn and extend going through. Now notice the extension. That's more of what we are. You notice the face there. She didn't get under it enough, but notice the face is dead square there, slightly and subtly closing, not closing so aggressively. So That's more what we're looking for out of Kathleen, to incorporate, it's an exaggeration there, but to incorporate more of that in her everyday swing. That's what we're working on with Kathleen. Thank you.